I have great news. If you are a business owner and you have a bookkeeper or a tax preparer that is licensed, that does your P&L for you, you can actually use your P&L to qualify for a mortgage. Now, this is not traditional financing. This is going to come with a little bit higher interest rates, potentially a little bit higher fee, and you're going to have a higher down payment than you would if you use your tax returns on a conventional loan. But here's the big benefit. You don't have to pay a whole bunch of money to the IRS and taxes because we're using what is on your most recent P&L, which for a lot of people, that may simply come as a relief because your income has gone up significantly, and traditional loans don't look at year-to-date income. They simply look at the last 1 or 2 years of taxes that you've filed. And depending upon the time of year, it could be almost a year and a half since you last filed taxes. So we have a solution. I have a solution that will allow you to use your profit that shows on your P&L as your income to qualify for a mortgage. Now, in most cases, we have to see a few months of business bank statements showing the deposits are jiving with what you're showing in revenue on the P&L. So if you said, hey, John, my P&L says I made $240,000 in revenue last year, and I had $40,000 in expenses, and I had $200,000 of profit remaining. And by the way, it's not last year; it's in the last 12 months. So we're going the most recent rolling 12 months, which again, much better than using the traditional methods of qualifying for a mortgage. So now we're looking at it saying, okay, so you're telling me that you deposit $20,000 a month on average. Well, typically what we're going to ask for is the last 3 months of bank statements to confirm that, yeah, we're close to that and you're depositing about $20,000 a month on average for the last 3 months. If that consistently proves that number, as long as the P&L was prepared by a professional that is licensed, literally that's the number that we use. But some cases that doesn't fit. For some people, you're in a situation where your deposits come more irregularly. Maybe you run a farm and you get a payment once or twice a year. Well, there's circumstances where we don't need a bank statement. It's got to make sense. It's a lot higher risk, but there are times when we don't need a bank statement. We simply use the preparer's prepared. So a licensed preparer. We'll never use one that's prepared by you, but one that's prepared by a licensed preparer. We can use that P&L. And sometimes I don't even need to have bank statements to support the deposits. So there's a lot of flexibility here to help you qualify. So if you're in a position where you were told no, or you don't know if you should file your taxes showing significantly higher profit, and now you owe a whole bunch of money to the IRS that you either got to write a check for, well, there goes some of your down payment money, or you have to count in your monthly payment because you're going to go on a payment plan with the IRS. By the way, going on a payment plan with the IRS for most mortgages requires that you've made at least 3 payments, which means you've got a longer delay to wait. Skip the tax returns. Don't go down that road if you don't need to, even if you're paying a higher interest rate for using an alternative method of proving your income. It might actually be cheaper because that higher interest rate is tax deductible and you didn't pay a bunch of taxes to the IRS. And let's be honest, there's a good chance you're going to refinance in the next 3 to 5 years. This isn't a forever loan. Even if it's your forever home, there's a lot of circumstances that will change. The average person keeps their mortgage no more than 5 years, especially as interest rates are on the higher end of the range. You're likely to refinance even sooner. So if you're in a position where you are self-employed and you don't know what your options are, there'll be a QR code floating around here or a link in the description down below. You can also go to my website, caniqualify.info. Caniqualify.info for more information about loans for self-employed. I am an expert in helping you navigate these waters. I'm going to get you the best deal possible, but sometimes the best deal means you pay a higher interest rate on the mortgage so that you save money on what you're paying to your silent partner, Uncle Sam. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't already and have a wonderful day.